I'm so glad to be with you again. Thank you for the privilege of coming into your home, your office, or wherever it is that I'm able to visit you by means of this special miracle of the video system. For me, this is the week following Thanksgiving. So what do you do with the week following Thanksgiving? Some people say, I cut back on my caloric intake because I have to make up for what I did wrong, the amount I ate on Thanksgiving and its leftovers. And that may of itself have its own virtue. But I offer you something better on this week after Thanksgiving, namely, to keep doing your thanks. I love Thanksgiving itself. I really do think that it may well be my favorite holiday. That's a hard thing to say because Christmas and Easter, of course, are so doctrinally, theologically symbolical to any Christian that you would expect me to opt between Easter and Christmas. And maybe even throw in the importance of Ash Wednesday along the way. But why do I feel as I do about Thanksgiving? Well, because I think that gratitude is certainly one of the most important virtues of the Christian life, and that even a pagan who knows how to be grateful has a step toward God. Gratitude is such a huge element in expressing the best of what we are as humans. I wonder, therefore, if there isn't a hazard in setting aside just one day to be grateful, except and unless celebrating that day will help you to continue to be thankful all through the year. We have a little practice at our house we've celebrated now for half a dozen or 10 years. This, that Mrs. Callis and I, pardon me, choose always on Thanksgiving Eve, that Wednesday evening, to sit down, close our eyes in prayer, and speak one or two or three sentences of thanks for one thing and another. We begin with some of the events of that particular day or week, and we go then through just an unimaginable list, each of us taking our turn, eyes closed, for the better part of an hour. We find that even speaking two or three sentences at a time and no more, that we have so many things for which to thank God once we get in the process that it just goes on and on and on. We also make it an absolute rule that there's no asking of God. Even when we're thanking God for some partial healing or for some strength for a task, we don't ask for more on this Wednesday evening before Thanksgiving. We just say thank you. No other aim but to give thanks to God. I like that feeling for all of the year. Obviously, much of the time, we have reason to make our petitions to God, sometimes, in fact, to go into the agony of intercessory prayer before God. These are essentials of the Christian life, too, no doubt about it. But I marvel at how often it is with me, and perhaps with you, that I'm like those 9 lepers who, being healed, simply ran off to celebrate their healing without taking time to turn around and thank God. I find that I can quite easily ask God for things over a period of time, and when I get them, forget to come back to thank God for what He has done for me. So I'm trying to carry over into this week following Thanksgiving the continuing spirit of Thanksgiving. Thanks to God and thanks to people. For I believe there is something essentially hypocritical or just flat out inconsistent about thanking God and forgetting to thank people, because people so often are the delivery agents for God. It is people who so often bring the blessings for whom God is ultimately the source, but delivered through humans. I shouldn't forget, therefore, the delivery agent. I should thank that one who brings the blessing to me, as well as thanking the God who is the source of all good. Well, I'm trying, therefore, more than ever this week, to do what I always, at least for an awfully long while, have believed in doing, living a life of gratitude. Gratitude to God, gratitude to people. I urge it upon you this week as we enter upon the days between Thanksgiving and Christmas to be thankful and to say so to God and to people. That's what's on my mind today, and I hope it's of some worth to you. God bless.